So a tough night for the Barrie Colts against the Brampton Steelheads in the first meeting this season between the two Central Division rivals. And let's recap how this game ended up the way it did. As it was great to see Robert again, one of the Brampton Steelhead fans who often travels with the team. So shout out to Robert coming up to say hi to Gene and I in the press box before we got this game underway. And also saw a couple of familiar Colt fan faces here tonight. So it's always great to see the subscribers here at the Saddle Arena. Just what a game here it was. A great start for the Barrie Colts, something we haven't seen too much of for them to start this regular season. They were putting on the pucks on net, getting the opportunities and the shots, and they were rewarded as Nicholas Desiderio, he opened the scoring, make it a 1-0 score, and that was a benefit after winning the faceoff. Great work in the center dot from Brad Gardner. Then the Barrie Colts benefited from a 5-on-3 situation. We haven't seen too many 5-on-3s to start the year, but the Barrie Colts, some quick passing. It was a tic-tac goal, and it was finished off by Brad Gardner. Right place, right time, beautiful passing. And the Colts, they looked like they were in full control. Everything was going their way, and it seemed as though that 2-0 advantage woke up the Brampton Steelheads as they turned it on and took over on the shot clock and eventually the score. Before the end of the first period, Zach Nyman would score his first career OHL goal. I understand Nyman's family was also here, so an exciting moment for the Nyman family. And for him, he looked pretty comfortable out there. Just the second game of the regular season. And it was another face-off win for Brampton, and Nyman able to capitalize. So it was 2-1 after the first period, and going into the third, the Steelheads just took over. They would tie the game with a goal from Mason Zabeski. It was a power play marker tying it at 2. He was just battling in front of the net and got in his office space and got his first of the season. Following that, we would see Fibiger. What a rush by him. The Seattle Kraken have a fantastic prospect. He was all over the ice tonight, and he was the one able to give the Brampton Steelheads their first lead of the night. So it was 3-2 after the second period, and yeah, like I said, it was all Brampton. This is a Steelheads team that no one really gave much credit to. Remember, they lost the likes of Porter Martone, Jack Ivankovic, Luke Misa. The list goes on of players who moved on from last year's team, and many say that, yeah, Brampton's going to miss the playoffs. They're not going to get many wins. They're going to be at the bottom of the standings. Well, someone forgot to tell James Richmond and the coaching staff that, because he's got this team playing some amazing hockey. And even Brendan Lang in the interview mentioned that they're kind of using that to their advantage. And it was full display again tonight. Going into the third period, Cole Beaudoin would tie the score at 3 apiece. We kind of thought, okay, this is where the Colts are going to pick up that momentum. We saw that in the 5-1 comeback against Niagara last weekend, but it was not the case. The Colts having difficulties with sustained pressure, keeping it in the Brampton zone, and the Steelheads would take advantage. They would get the tying goal, or they would regain the lead with a goal from Witkowski, who's now riding a 7-game point streak. He's been off to a hot start. And not long after that, Joshua Avery, who they picked up from the Brantford Bulldogs, he made it a 5-3 score. What a pickup Joshua Avery has been for the Steelheads team. And after that, yeah, the Colts pulled the goaltender, and Bowen had to make some amazing stops. Alex Asadorian had some good looks. Keishon Aitchison had good looks, but it wasn't enough. So the consistency, still a bit of an issue here for the Barrie Colts, not able to capitalize. They fall 5-3 to the Brampton Steelheads, and got to give credit to the Steelheads team. What a game they played here on the road, and we're able to get the big 2 points. And now the Barrie Colts, they're going to start playing more games on the road. It starts Wednesday night at the Bayshore. They're going to be visiting the Owen Sound Attack, the second trip up Highway 26. For Colt fans, we will have the radio broadcast here on the channel from the Booth with Mike. So if you haven't clicked subscribe already, click subscribe so you can tune in to our live broadcast. Josh McCann and I will have the call live from the Bayshore. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop. We'll have the live stream get underway at 6:45. And the Colts, then it's the rivalry weekend. Home and home at the North Bay Battalion, Saturday and Sunday. So the schedule does not get any easier here for the Barrie Colts, and we'll see what they can do here. But again, what a game by the Brampton Steelheads. This team turning heads, and we'll see if they can continue this momentum as this season continues to move on. So that's it here from the arena. Thank you very much for all your support. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.